We are back, and I wasn't going to cover anything from San Diego Comic-Con because I was busy. Last week I started working on a new TV series, so I pulled massive hours during the week, and I knew I needed to devote my weekend to my wife and daughter and not cover all. I've let all the other big channels cover all the stuff, and I'll just watch it at my leisure. But something that was just kind of like bugged me was, the big rumors from Screen Rant and all that stuff that Henry Cavill was going to show up at Hall H, surprise, with The Rock and discuss the future of Superman and all this kind of stuff. And, I kind of held out hope that that was, going to happen, and it didn't. And I was a little disappointed. And not that I'm like, oh my God, restore the Snyderverse. Okay, I'm not that guy. But I do think that, Warner Brothers, and full disclosure, I've worked on quite a few Warner Brothers projects, including Journey to the Mysterious Island with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who's a super, super awesome guy. My first movie I ever worked on was a Warner Brothers film. I've worked on CW Television, parent company Warner Brothers, done a lot of Warner Brothers movies. Where the Millers was another one, a Warner Brothers film. And so, but I think this was like a bad move on Warner Brothers' part. See, I'm not a shill. I feel like if there was an opportunity to bring back Henry Cavill, why not bring him in, on the Black Adam panel? It's one of those things where I feel like Warner Brothers, when it came to Superman Returns, Brandon Routh was a really good Superman. But unfortunately, the script wasn't that great because in the end, it was just like the first film, Lex Luthor had a real estate scheme, build an island made out of kryptonite that Superman wouldn't want to be around. And it would move the ocean waters and destroy the other land masses, making him the only beachfront property. That was really weak. Lex Luthor's been in jail all this time, and the only thing he can come up with is another real estate scheme. This wasn't very good. That being said, I almost feel the same thing with Henry Cavill, although I enjoyed Man of Steel and I enjoyed Batman vs. Superman. I really enjoyed Zack Snyder's Justice League, his cut. And there were things that I liked about Joss Whedon's cut as well. I liked the music cues. I liked the Keaton Batman theme that was kind of thrown in one spot, and then the John Williams theme thrown in the final battle there with Steppenwolf. So, but this was an opportunity that they could have had to really get people amped, because people who are gonna go see Black Adam, knowing in the future there could be a battle between Superman and Black Adam, that would have just had everybody just totally amped. And you can still have Henry Cavill as Superman, but make it more like grounded and not so, artsy fartsy with all the cinematic stuff and just kind of make it a little more grounded, kind of like Peacemaker and things like that. Like you could have brought that into this world, but not had it really attached to the Snyderverse. I digress. Afterwards, after the big reveal that Dwayne did, there were boos when Henry Cavill wasn't brought out, or when he was asked questions about Superman and he said some cryptic stuff. And even at the end, there was like an interview where they asked him again, will there ever be a Henry Cavill Superman? And he goes on this little thing about, hey, he's our generation Superman, but, I don't, we get it. He's being very political in his speaking because he doesn't want to ruffle feathers if Henry Cavill doesn't come back, or if they recast and they do someone else, because then it's this, oh, Dwayne really wanted Henry Cavill, but now you got this new guy that's going to be playing Superman. And so it's like, now when those guys go on set together and they look eye to eye, the guy's always going to be thinking, well, they wanted Henry Cavill, or you wanted Henry Cavill, and now you're stuck with me and I'm the new Superman. And it's just, so the whole thing is just like, I get it. And it was just a little frustrating. The whole thing was frustrating, how it was all handled. And, you know, Screen Rant, you know, they have some legitimate stuff that they do, but now, like, I feel like they're turning into clickbait, you know, just to get people riled up. You know, you had the Justice League was released on digital, and everybody was all excited about it, and then the lead up until, you know, San Diego Comic-Con, and then all this kind of stuff. And, you know, if they're gonna go forward, you know, we've got all these other movies that have already been made. They're already in the can. You got Aquaman 2. You got The Flash, which is just in its own world, you know, a potential disaster. You have Batgirl. You have all these things that are already like in the can. You know, they're introducing in the Flash movie the female Superwoman, which is kind of maybe taking over, you know, in those universes. And I get the whole multiverse thing where they can play around with all these things. But in the end, I feel like for me, Black Adam, and I love Dwayne, but I'm not excited about Black Adam without knowing Superman's in the mix, if that makes sense. So it's just, the whole thing just frustrated me. You know, I think there's a lot of people that were frustrated in general with how all that was handled. You know, and this isn't the first time that Dwayne has had to be cryptic. You know, and then, you know, the hierarchy of the DC universe is now, you know, if they're all banking on Dwayne to be the main guy, and then you've got Shazam and all those guys, and then you're going to have Michael Keaton's Batman, and you're going to have, and you're just making an amalgamation of all these different superheroes. You know, I get it. I just don't know if it's totally cohesive. It could have been handled much better. What do you guys think? Let's talk about it in the comment section. We'll see you on the next one.